Hello, good evening. So today is 31st December 2021, so New Year Eve, and Happy New Year to you all. And before going to next year 2022, I would like to the thing I would like to do on the New Year Eve is that I want to do the thing I love, which is the uploading the video on YouTube. So I have my Step-3 experience, exam day experience video, which I recorded on the way back home, but I haven't done. I didn't do for the second day because I was talking on phone on the going back home on day 2 of my Step-3 exam. So I would like to do it now, and I want to upload those videos. So for the second day of my okay, so let's do it. Hello, I just came out of the prometric center. Today is December 21st, 2021, and I just took my Step-3 day 1 today at the usual center in Queens, where I took my Step-2 CK exam. So today experience, I have to say that today we have to take, in day 1 we have to take 4 blocks with 38 to 39 questions in each block, and I did not very bad, but in the last block I spent too much time in the first questions, hard questions, and then I didn't have enough time to finish the whole block. So in the last few questions I couldn't catch up, and I couldn't answer the last question. I couldn't have the time to read the last question of the block, and so it was an answer. And other last few questions are, I had only 2 minutes for 4 or 5 questions left, so I need to run through, I need to scan it, and then I didn't have time to read thoroughly through the question, so I need to just guess and click the answer. Didn't have time. It's because of my obsession in the earlier questions. That's why I spent more time. Then that happened. And in the full block, oh yeah, what I remember from the fourth block is that the fourth block is the block before my lunch break, and what I remember is that in that question there are 2 sequential questions. So if we get the wrong answer, we have the wrong answer in the first question, then we can guess whether it is right or wrong in the second sequential question. You know what I mean? If we get wrong in the first question of the sequence question, then we can know because we have the clues in the second questions right after we click the proceed button. So what I found is that in those 2 sequential questions, I think my answers for the first question is wrong. So that happened to me in the fourth block. So the rest of the block I finished on time, just on time. I didn't have time to review the mark questions in every block, so But the experience is not very bad. It's not very terrible. The only thing is I couldn't manage the time and let go of my obsession in the last block. That was the only thing that I need to take lessons and then fighting for the day 2. Just a correction. When I look back at my video, I said that in the first day we have to take 4 blocks, but the real it's a tongue slip. I mean that we have to take 6 blocks in day 1, as you know, right? I don't want to give you the wrong piece of information. So day 1, 6 blocks, 45 minutes break and 5 minutes for tutorial, which we can skip and we can get the extra 5 minutes break. 1 hour for each block for 38 to 39 questions in each block. The temperature is right now 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius, so it's pretty cold outside. I came from home to the center by taxi, which took me around 14 minutes and cost me $12 plus tips. I just want to go back home by walking so that I can also have the exercise after prolonged sitting in the exam hall. So I am right now going home, walking. Okay, bye bye, see you later. And fighting to myself for day 2, which would be in next week, next Tuesday. Bye bye. So my second day experience for USMLE Step 3 is that on Step 3 we have 2 days of exam, as you know. So the second day is 9 hours long, and we have 5 minutes tutorial at the start of the questions block and 7 minutes tutorial at the start of the CCS cases, which are the, you know, we can skip them and we can get the extra break time. The total break time for day 2 is 45 minutes, as the same, which is the same as the day 1, which is also 45 minutes. So how I did on that particular day is that I could answer all the questions on time. On day 2, I didn't miss any of the questions in the block. For the question part, for one, there are 30 questions per block, and which give us 45 minutes to finish one block. So I take every a few minutes break after each block, and I took extra minutes for block in the later blocks. And I didn't leave any, I didn't spare many time, much time for the CCS cases, because I know that I learned from my seniors that from CCS cases we can get the extra break time after if we end the cases end before the allotted time. So yeah, it happened exactly what they said. So I ended the case at least 1 minute before the allotted time, so I got the extra minutes in every cases after ending every cases. So I don't need to care about the break time. I don't need to give much time for the break for the CCS, and the CCS is less exhausting than the questions itself. So for the question part, we don't have, I had no biostep question that as they already mentioned in the website, we don't have any biostep questions on the day 2. And a lot of stuff are like management, some diagnosis studies. Most of the questions are about management plan, and some communication questions, and other prognostic factors, prognosis, what would be the patient's prognosis, and what would you respond about patients' questions or stuff like that. So those are the common the questions that we also can see in the UL question. So, and also there are, they also ask the risk factor, what would be the the most factor affecting the patient's prognosis. So we need to choose the most thing that affects the patient diagnosis and prognosis. So that kind of risk factor questions. So, and also many cancer screening questions. I have a lot of cancer screening questions, like what would you recommend at this time for routine checkup. So it's like it's kind of vaccination and cancer screening. So we need to cover about that. And CCS cases, I did 140 cases from ccs.com only one time, and it cover means that in the real exam, I feel like the cases are not met straightforward like the ccscases.com, but manageable. Although we don't have the very easy clues at the start of the cases, the case summary at the beginning, but after we did the test, various tests, lab orders, then we can make the diagnosis by getting the lab blood work and the imaging results back. So sometimes I get the unexpected diagnosis, like laryngeal cancer, which I didn't expect it. I got the diagnosis only after doing the laryngoscope to the patient virtually. So that kind of not all the cases are very straightforward, but manageable in my experience. So for me, it's like the step 3 is less USMLE exam. So in day 2, I feel like this is the last exam, USMLE exam, our heavy USMLE exam, and this is the last day I'm in the prometric center for USMLE. So I feel like this is the my saying goodbye, and I sit in the center, in the exam desk, in my exam desk for completely 9 hours. I kind of miss them. I don't mean that I love about but for me is I feel like exams are stressful, but it helps us to grow, and it forces us to study and to learn new things in which we don't normally do it by our own. Because of the force of the exam, we have to study, we need to study, and we also need to learn. And I love to learn personally, so I personally like USMLE. And because of the USMLE, I feel like my medical knowledge are getting wide, and I can correlate the clinical knowledge and my basic science knowledge better, and I get more I feel like I became a competent physician after preparing for USMLE. So I love that. So I did my last one at my best. So that's it for my USMLE Step 3 exam experience for day 2. And if you have any question about step 1, step 2, and step 3, I would love to share with you. And you can give me any, you can ask me in the comments. And yeah, feel free to ask me the questions that I would be glad that I can answer questions, and my experience would be some help to you all during your preparation for USMLE. And I started to prepare for USMLE in 2009. Just say 2019, yeah, 2019. So 2019, kind of February. So 2019 and 20 and 21 December. So it has been 3 years that I was with USMLE. So kind of 3-year anniversary, and it is the end. And I'm grateful that I can learn new things. And I also learn about myself. I also learn about how I can learn things better, how to take the test better by preparing the USMLE. And I'm grateful about that. Okay, thank you guys. Good luck to you all, and Happy New Year. Bye bye. See you next time.